Hello everyone, today we learn about screen flow. So in the last session we have discussed about the basic concept of the flow. So today we'll discuss about the basic concept of the screen flow and we will show the demonstration on the screen flow in Salesforce. Welcome to my channel. My name is Shantanu Pal. You can subscribe my channel. My channel's name is Easy Coding with Shantanu. So you can get the channel in YouTube. So the link is that https www.youtube.com/c/easycoding with Shantanu. This is a tip for today. We can create custom object from spreadsheet in Salesforce Lightning. The navigation path is that you need to go to setup, then object manager in Salesforce Lightning and click custom object from spreadsheet under create option. Or you can directly visit to that particular link https:/objectcreator.salesforce.com. Let's come to the agenda for today. So today's agenda is that what is screen flow, how to build the screen flow, then we will demonstrate with respect to one business use case. Then we will learn what are the best practices to follow when you will create any flow. Then we will discuss some questionnaires with respect to the screen flow. Then we will provide some exercise to you. So what is screen flow? Screen flow is nothing but to interact with the end user to build the business process flow. Basically, by screen flow, you can take the inputs from the user. It can be invoked through buttons, actions, or it can be placed directly into your Lightning record page, app page or home page, or in utility bar. Remember, it cannot be invoked automatically. That means you cannot use the screen flow in the auto launched flow. Next, how to build the screen flow? You need to go to setup, then flows, then we have to click on new flow and then select the screen flow. We will show in the demo. So this is a step for building or to starting to build the screen flow. So when you will select the screen flow, then you will get the flow builder canvas where you have to select the screen element and you have to select some screen components to complete the screen flow. There are three types of screen components. One is for input, another one is for display, and last one is that the custom components. So there are multiple input components for screen flow, or rather than I can say screen components, just like address, date and time, lookup, radio buttons, call script. So many are there. We can visit the critical ones in the ongoing demo. Next is the display. So in the display type, we can consider two types are responsible to show that the display related part in the screen component. One is for display text, another one if we want to build some section in the flow screen. And last one is that the custom, you can place the Lightning web component or Lightning Aura component directly in your flow. So there are three types of components with respect to screen components in the screen flow. Okay, now we can consider one business use case for demo purpose. So the logic or the business use case is that create account records by taking the input from user with the following fields. Please show the success message after creation of account record. However, system will be able to handle the exception if account record is not being created due to exception. So when we will try to create the account record, we need to consider the following fields. One is account number, then is the account one is the account name, then is the account number, and the last one is that the type. Let's go to directly in the demo. So this is my org where we will create the screen flow. So what you will do, you just need to click on setup, then search with flow, now click on the new flow. So whenever you will click on new flow button, you will get multiple options. Here you need to select the screen flow. Now you need to click on create button here. So by default, Salesforce will land the flow in the auto layout format, and this is good because you can select the elements directly in the flow canvas in the same screen. Otherwise, there is one option that is called free form. So you have to drag and drop the element, and according to your design you can rearrange those components. But in auto layout, Salesforce will directly rearrange the components in your screen flow. Let's see how it looks like with respect to our business use case. So our business use case is that we need to create the account records by taking the user inputs from the end user with account name, account number and type. Let's see how we will do that. So whenever you will click the plus sign, you will get those options, the interactions, screen, action and subflow. You need to click on the screen. So after click on screen, the screen will come. Now you will put the name of the screen component. So our screen component name, we can say that account information. So remember this thing, please put the proper label with respect to your business. I am taking that the account details, so I am giving the name as the account information. So let's say to take the okay. Now I will select, so those are the, I have told you, those are the input components. There are three types of components. Let's say input, display and the custom. Custom is not available because I have not created any lightning component in my org to availability in the flow. That's why the custom section is missing here. So you will get two types of components here, one is input, another one is display. First, I will take the input components as text to take the inputs from the user as the account name. So whenever I will select that the text component, I need to put that the correct name here. Let's say account name, API name is coming. I can mark it is required. Then I can take that the account number. So this is the number field. Account number. Then I will select the account type. So account type is the pick list field. So I need to select the pick list type here. Okay. So I will put the type. API name is type. So here I need to select the type. So data type is text. Component type is the pick list. So I need to put choice here. Okay. So let's say now in the choice field, I need to click on new choice resource for this pick list. So I click on new choice resource. Resource type should be the record choice set, not record choice set. My mistake. This is a pick list choice set. The API name is that. Let's say I can name here SEC type. The object name should be account. Data type should be pick list. The field, so all pick list fields are available now from the account object. So I need to select the type. Here the sorting order there are three types of sorting. One is that you can mark is ascending or descending, and the respective sorting order will come whatever you have mentioned the pick list values in your object manager for the account type field. So in the same order it will display. Here I have selected the pick list choice set. Record choice set, if you want to display the record details, that let's say record name in the pick list field, you can select the record choice set. Collection, you can create the pick list value collection, and you can select the collection choice set at that point of time. So for now we are taking the pick list values from the account type field from the account object. So that's why we have selected the resource type as the pick list choice set. Okay. So our screen, all the components, whatever the with respect to the business, we have taken all the screen components such as account name, account number, and type. Now we know that the pause, there are three actions here: pause, previous, and finish. So previous is responsible to go back to your previous screen. So here is the first screen, so we don't need the previous, and pause if you want to pause some business actions on the respective screen. So we don't need the pause and previous action here. So what we will do, so here you can see configure header and configure footer. So we need to set up the configure footer. See, here you can see hide next or finish. So we don't need to click on the hide next or finish because we need to go to the next screen. Previous button we can click on the hide previous. As well, pause button we can click on to hide pause. So previous and pause button will be disabled for this element. Now if you will go to the particular text account name, you can see the set component visibility. You can set up the set component visibility. If you will set up always, so it will display always, or you can put the condition to display the respective components here, respective the screen components here. Now that the flow is done, now so we are collecting the information related to the account details from the user. Now we need to create the record, create the account record with those details. So what we will do, we will select, just click on plus sign, then you have to select the create records. Okay. So now I will select the create records. So here I can see, I can write that create account. And how many records to create? Obviously, in a one transaction we will create one record. Okay. So now we will select the use separate resource and literal values. Now we will select which object we need to create. Now go to account and field, first is that name. So account name equivalent to, already we have declared here account name in the screen component. Whenever we have drag the text component, we have put that API name as account name. Next is that account number. So we will select the account number. The same process, we will select the account number here. Next, we will select the pick list field as type. This is the account type. Next, we will select the respective account type pick list here. Okay. Everything is done. Okay. So create record is done. Now the next requirement is that after successful creation of the account record, we need to show the success message. If any record is being failed to create, then we need to show the error message, right? So for that, if we, that is related to the displaying the message, that means we need to put the screen component. So again I will select the screen, then let us say I can put the label is that success, then I can put I can drag the display text component in the screen component. So display text I can in the success message. Okay. Now, sorry. Okay. Account. So account name is created. So this is the merge field. You can select from here the screen components already we have defined in the screen first screen component, the account name. So if the account record is successfully being created in Salesforce, that message, let us say account, then account name is created. Now how to show the error message if the account record is not being created? So here the best practice is that you need to go ahead with the fault path. Just you need to create the add fault path. You need to select the add fault path. Yeah. So the fault path is coming here. Now you need to click, you need to select the screen component to show that the error message. So let us say fault. This is the component. Next I will drag the same component here. We can put that error message. Okay. Now you can select the exception here, the global variable, the flow. So those are the global variables: API, flow, organization, profile, system, user, and user role. So we will show the exception coming from the flow. So select the flow, then you will select the fault message. That's it. So if the record is not being created, Salesforce or flow will show the reason of the record is why the record is not being created. So this is the screen flow we have built with respect to the business. Now what you will do? You need to save that flow. So click on save. Flow label we can put the name as account creation screen flow. Okay. Save it. It is saving. Now before activation you can check that your flow is working correctly or not. So what you will do? You will click on run. So this is this just whatever you are observing here from the screen flow, those three fields are coming: account name, account number, and type. We are going to create an account record. Let us say ABC consultancy, account name is there. Okay. Account number is, let us say 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5. Then type, you can see all those values are coming automatically from the account object, from the type field of the account object. So I can select the type as prospect. Now click on next. See, the account record is being successfully created. That's why the message is coming here: account ABC consultancy is being created. Right? So click on finish button. Now if you will go to account tab, so this is the service app. Now you click on the account tab. See, the account ABC consultancy is being created. Now if you will go to the ABC consultancy, you can see the details here. Type is the prospect, account number is coming here, and the account name is also there. So in this way you can create the screen flow. Now what you will do? You can debug it or you can run it. So debug is a good thing if you will get any error with respect to the business. Now I am going to activate the record, activate the flow, sorry. Okay. So after activation, you can include that flow in your quick action. You can embed your flow in the Lightning record page or app page or in home page, or you can include the flow in the utility bar. So currently we have just shown how to create the account record with respect to the business requirement by screen flow. In the next session, we will show how to embed or how to invoke the flow in Lightning page or quick action or in utility bar. Okay, so that's the demo I want to discuss with you. Those are the details. Now I will go back to the slides. So best practices to follow for building the flow. Those best practices are not for only screen flow. Those are the best practices to follow if you build any type of flow. So first is that maintain proper naming convention of flow variables, elements, as well as to write the purpose or description of each variables or elements in the flow. So if you remember, whenever I have created the first screen component, I put the name as the account information, the proper naming, as well as I put that the purpose to select the screen component. Next is that always do null checks before take any action in the flow. So if I'll go back to that my flow, here I have created, I have selected the create account, or I have selected the create records component here. So before that, I can put that the decision block here. If the account information, if the account name is, or if the account number is not null, then I will go to that the create records component. Okay, the system will allow to go ahead with the create records. So at that point, what I need to do, just I need to select that the decision element here. Okay, so in the next demo, in the next ongoing demo, we will show how to include the decision block. For now, we are not showing this, but yes, this is possible. You can put that the if else condition, if the account number is not null, then you will get, you want to some error message, you want to display some error message. If the account number is not null, then system will allow to go ahead with the create account. That is possible, but that is the best practice. Always do null checks before take any action in the flow. Do not execute any DML statements in a loop. That means you should not use get, create or update or delete elements in the loop. Otherwise, you will get Salesforce governor limits error in some conditions. So whenever you will select a loop in the flow, remember this: in the loop, do not select that the get, create, update or delete elements. Do not build a nested loop in the flow, just like in Apex class. It's not best practice to write the multiple for loops in a single for loop, right? So do not try to build the nested loop in the flow, otherwise you will get that the CPU time limit error. Next is that obviously do not use hard-coded IDs anywhere in the flow. Last one is very important. Use fault path to control the exception after executing get, create, update or delete elements. So here if you see, I have always, this is the create record, this is the DML statements here. So the best practice is that always you have to select the fault path, because if you will get any exception, flow will handle this exception using that syntax flow.fault message. So you will be able to understand for what reason that the record is not being created successfully. Now we will discuss some questionnaires with respect to screen flow. The first question is that, can we call script in screen flow? Yes, we can call script in screen flow. We will show in ongoing demo session how to use call script in screen flow for agent service console. Next, can we trigger screen flow when a record will be updated in Salesforce? No, It is not possible. It is not possible when a record will be updated in Salesforce because, as discussed, you cannot invoke the screen flow in auto launched or in when the record will be updated or the record will be triggered before insert or before update. You cannot invoke the screen flow. Can we redirect a record from screen flow? Yes, we can redirect a record from screen flow using the partner URL. We will show you how to redirect a record from screen flow in the coming session. Can we get access as object fields directly in screen flow? Yes, we can. This is the latest feature. This is actually beta version. You can directly as object fields directly in the screen flow. Again, we will show you how to get the as object fields directly in the screen flow. Last one is that can we create dynamic pig list field in screen flow? Yes, that is possible. That the dynamic pig list is one of the type of the input type components in the screen component. So yes, it is possible to create the dynamic pig list field in screen flow. So that's the questionnaires. So you can do those you can revisit those questionnaires to get those hands-on on those particular topics. Now that is for you. The two exercises. You can let me know in the comments of this channel of this particular video, or you can reach me in my LinkedIn profile to discuss about the scenarios. Let's say the first use case is that create contact records. The previous demo we have seen for the account records, to create the account record using 3 fields, right? Account name, account number and type. The same use case is there just for contact records. Create contact records by taking the input from user with the following fields. Please show the success message after creation of the contact record. However, system will be able to handle the exception if the contact record is not being created due to the exception. The contact fields is the first name, last name and the email. Now next use case is that, this is just tricky. So first use case we have created the contact record. Next use case is that we have to associate the contact record with the respective account. So when you will create the contact record, you need to associate on account record with respect to that contact record. Okay. So considering the previous use case, please associate the account named H communications in the contact record. If the respective account is not available, system will not allow to create the contact record. Instead of this, system will show the following error message. Account is just like account is not available in the system, please contact admin. The clue is that you can select the account using the get element. So in the get element, you will put that the account name, you will get the account ID. After that, you will show that the form of that the contact name, first name, last name and the email. And after that, you need to select that the create records element. In the create records element, you need to put the account ID. You need to stamp the account ID in the contact record. If it is not available, that the account is not available, just show the error message whatever I have mentioned here. That's the task for you. You can let me know what is the status on those tasks or what are the issues you are facing in my comment section on the YouTube, or you can reach my LinkedIn profile or my email ID. That's it for today. Thanks for joining the session. You can visit my LinkedIn profile or Twitter or mail ID, and please subscribe my channel. The channel name is Easy Coding with Shantanu. Thank you again.